Solo for Say It Ain't So. Uh, kind of just in like a straight ahead fashion, if you will. I say straight ahead. Basically, I'm not going to include bends in this first example because bends aren't for everybody. So, uh, beginner version, if you will. Um, 15, 13, 11, 10 on the high E. I would play ring finger and slide to the 13 and then index on 11 and slide to the 10. From there to the B string, 13, 15, 13, 15, 13, 11. I would do all of that except the 11. I would do all the 13 and 15 with my ring, try to slide as much as I said beginner. Um, and then I would play the 11 with my index, and then middle is going to go to 12 of the G. I mean, to me, with the distortion, you should really only have to pick that once, like I just did. And by once, I mean on the 13, 15. Yes, you should pick again at the 11 and the 12. Um, then basically it does that all again. So basically, instead of going to uh, the 9 again from that 11, you go back to, and mind you, I did again land on that with the index. Go back to the 13 with your ring finger. It's a little bit of a delay before you go to the 15. We'll get into bending all that in a moment, but actually, let's maybe pause. So maybe the slightly more advanced version, if you wanted to incorporate the bends more, instead of starting at 15, I would have started at 13 and bend into the pitch of 15 and then come back down to the 13. But same old thing with the 11 and 10. If you wanted to get ugly, you could hit 10 and then 15 on the B. That's not in the song, but it's kind of fun. And then same thing with the 13, 15 that happens on the B where we were playing. I would just bend that, start at 13. And then obviously, same thing again, second time. So same principle up into the 10 is just that when you get to the 13, you don't want to go, just sliding 13, 15. If you're really paying attention to the details, I'm doing like a slow bend, not quite to the pitch, and then the second time, bend it a little harder and faster with that vibrato if you can. And then the ending, I would, I don't think there's necessarily a beginner or not beginner version. It just is what it is in the part. I would play index ring, 11, 13 on the B to 11 on the high E. And then I would play 15 with my pinky. And then here's the trill right here. It happens really quick. 11, 13, 11, index ring, index. And then slide down to 10 after that second 11. One more time that part. And then it almost does the same thing again. It's just a bit more straightforward. So 11 on 11, 13 on the B again, 11 again on the high E, and then all the way to 15. And you just play it straight back, 15, 13, 11, 10, versus that trill in the middle. And then back to quote unquote beginner version. If you were finishing this last part, 15, 16, 15, 13, 15, 11, I would generally probably say play 15 with the index and the 16 with the middle, and then slide down to 15. And then from there, excuse me, yeah, slide down to 15. And I said slide down to 15. Slide down to 13 is what I meant. And then play 15 with the ring finger, excuse me. And then after the 15, you're playing 13, 10, 11, excuse me. Went all that time not messing up and start messing up there at the end. Sorry, the more advanced or realistic way to play it would just be, again, starting at that 15 and bending into 16 versus, playing them individually. Essentially, after that 15, 16, 15, when it gets to the 13 and goes back to the 15, I would hammer that 15. Maybe even just slide down with the ring finger from 15 to the 11. Just for a smoother sound. You could, I guess if you're skilled enough, you could get away with doing it with the index too, but that's another level of technique, I would say. Anyhow, hope this was helpful. Till we meet again, rock on.